Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures, and in this video we're going to be using price action rules to help us navigate the market. So as a price action trader, I'm working with the structure in front of me, and I can see that the bullish trend played out with the break push to new high, so uptrend played out. And now what is important for me to pay attention to is that instead of strong bearish reversal, I have a downtrend that has a very broad break, push to new extreme, but instead of new downtrend starting, I have right now small consolidation being formed, which is important because this gives me more of a bullish bias, especially since we traded up into this consolidation. So combined with the flat EMA, I'm going to draw potential key levels. So basically, I like looking at price level where there is a lot of bounces and where support is reacting strongly. So this support seems nice. Resistance, not as many options. You can choose either this swing right here, or you can go for some small local one, something like this. But price action really just open here, and we're just about to have some structure established. So let's just be a little patient and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, we have a nice reaction of the support. We actually have a new low first entry short, second entry short failure. This could be a reversal pattern. We're bouncing off the range lows. We're pushing above EMA, but this reversal pattern is very, very weak. Number one, it managed to break below EMA. And number two, you have to use double bar entry. The stop loss goes here. Double bar entry is something we should use when the context is very clear. I don't think this is such a strong reversal pattern just yet. I can draw right now a little bit wider channel like this. The trend looks quite structured. And this is decent high-low confirmation trade of this failed second entry short. Personally, I didn't take this trade. I was mainly still waiting throughout this consolidating market, but because the support held strongly, you now have reversal pattern that is being confirmed and a decent high low. This is not a bad trade to consider. Decent high low confirmation trade off the trend line and off the EMA. Market keeps working higher. Okay, you have second entry long here, but you have to use once again. Actually, this is a bullish bar, but it's quite big. You don't have much room to scalp out. Also, there's some small resistance once again. Actually, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. I don't think we can go long here just yet because when you're watching this live, it looks like this is the trend range, so you have to be a little bit careful. Market keeps pushing higher. Okay. Now, when I'm watching structure like this, I can also take into consideration slightly wider channel, but this channel would have overshoot. So once you see such a deep retracement, you have to adapt, because overshoot can generate stronger pullback in the opposite direction. It can also reverse the market. Okay, so remember, once you retrace over that 60%, you have to adapt. So there is either overshoot or breaking new high. And at this point, I like drawing my trend range a little bit bigger like this. I'm going to draw brand new downtrend, something like this. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. I'm looking for two like a pullback at the EMA. So I have a new low here, no break below, no break below. I have first entry short, so can I get a second entry short? No second entry short below EMA. Anything that's going to happen above EMA now, I'm not interested in, because I wanted to see EMA rejecting as a resistance. That's a good sign that the sellers are back in the market, and market traded up strongly like this. So why this downtrend didn't get new low? I can see that there's a very tiny break like this. You can see very micro break, push to new extreme. And now this is a good sign that we are in a trend range, because in trend ranges, trends are rather weak and they tend to pivot quickly. So don't really argue with the previous trends in trend range, because you don't want to be chasing ghost of new extreme while market or the reverse. Just adapt. Okay, market keeps trending higher. Here I was looking for some wider channel, maybe something like this, because if I'm going to zoom out, the structure is a little bit more bullish rather than bearish. Of course, I cannot take second entry long now. I have to draw my short-term trend that is still in play. And then you have this high low, but it's a weird double bar entry, no room to scalp out, so no entry here. I have to be patient. Break a new high, uptrend played out. Okay, now there is small consolidation. If you're thinking a little bit more bullish and you're thinking about second entry long at the EMA, you want to see EMA holding. We broke below EMA. I wouldn't go long on this failed breakout second entry long, simply because the structure is too rangy. Okay, if you drew your channel a little bit wider like this, okay, this is also decent channel. You have to remember that since this is a range, you have confliction between range and the wider channel, you need to see EMA holding. And since we broke below EMA, that's a stronger sign of selling pressure. So EMA needs to hold in a situation like this, where you really are at the resistance and you have confliction between the channel and the range structure. And lo and behold, we reverse down. Actually, this is a nice trade, but the bar is way too big. This is now a new high first entry long, second entry long failure, but the bar is simply gigantic. Okay, almost 10 points, there's no way we can take it. Market is trending lower, and now I have overshoot. Okay, I'm gonna redraw the channel. You can see overshoot is break of the trend channel line. This line is called trend line. This is a trend channel line. Overshoot, generally strong 90 degree spiky move, breaking the structure of the trend. Market is out of balance for a while. It leads to a stronger break. A lot of times overshoot leads to break of a trend line at minimum. We have a second entry short, but this downtrend should still get new low, especially since everything to the upside played out. So lower high below EMA would be nice. Your break below EMA, this is a good sign for the sellers. Remember, this downtrend needs to get new low tested. And I have great signal bar, first entry long filled, closing below EMA. And this is actually a very nice high probability setup. I took this lower high. I really like this trade. Downtrend, overshoot. Your patient needs to break. Push below EMA, confirming we're about to test new low. Great signal bar right close to EMA. And with a nice push to a new extreme. This was so downtrend, break, push to a new low. And the downtrend played out. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Okay, market is going higher. And here we have interesting trade. Now, I drew my channel. Instead of drawing it tight like this, I drew it a little bit wider. Number one, I'm getting a third swing right here instead of just two. And number two, the downtrend just played out with the break, push to new low. So it made me think, okay, in trading ranges, trends pivot quickly. Let me just expect new high now. This second entry long is a little bit more aggressive because two reasons. Number one, EMA didn't hold fully. We broke below the EMA. You can see we managed to go below EMA. And number two, the EMA is exactly in the middle of this bar. This is quite congested area. Okay, you can see this is not congested. And here this is a little bit more congested. Here we're below EMA. Here we have EMA in the middle of these candles. I took this trade. I took a second entry long here. I'm going to mark it a little bit more aggressive. It's not as a good trade like here, but it's still decent trade to test the new high because the channel looks decent and trading ranges. There's no real reason for market to go lower here since the downtrend played out. Trends are weak. I ended up having a losing trade here eventually. You don't really want to take anything else after this because it's simply way too congested to either side. Because EMA is in all these bars, we're going sideways really long, you just have to remain patient. Okay. Market is trending to the upside. I'm going to draw a brand new channel. Something like this. You have a small break push to new high. Now, I talked about this a lot. When the break is so tiny and it happens so far from the EMA, market wants to see the real technical new extreme. Especially since the EMA is holding so nicely. Like here you have a new high, first entry long, pull back. You have some second entry long here, but problem is the bar is a little bit too big. I don't think we can go long here, especially since there's already a small break new high. Remember, this is a trend range structure where trends are very weak. It is quite stacked. The bar is quite big. You're not buying low. You know, not the best trade. I don't think I can take it because there's a break in new high, but you can tell the market wanted to see the real technical new high. This happens a lot. And if the trend is just slightly stronger, you can be considering buying here. But this really was such a short-term tiny move. It is better to be patient here. Breaking new high. Uptrend played out. Okay. So nice. Two legs up. The new high first entry long, second entry long failure. Now, this is tempting filled second entry long. Okay. This is tempting filled second entry long. But problem is you already kind of like have brought two legs down. And most of the times, this will get you tripped up. This only really works in trend ranges because sometimes you have a downtrend working lower and you have such a broad two legs down with new low, you're gonna get trapped because there's gonna be one more push higher. But in trend ranges, this is not a bad structure. It's better if it's forming close to the key level. Here the key level is quite far up. I mean, it's not a bad trade, but way more advanced. You need to have some experience to take this felt second entry long because it's not part of one move. You can see you already have two legs down. But in ranges, especially since you are close to key levels, it can be considered. Okay, getting the lower high confirmation would be better, but you have to use double bar entry. If you're not sure about this felt second entry long, you can tell there is the additional lower high that is helping you trust the structure more, that the uptrend truly played out. You're even deeper below EMA. You're following the range rules. So this is also a decent trade if it forms with a better bar. Market continues to go lower, so I'm going to draw my downtrend like this. And I have another overshoot. Okay. Of course, I cannot take short entry, even if it is at the EMA. The second entry short is far from the EMA, so I cannot take it. But even if it was at the EMA, I cannot take out the overshoot. Okay, I have a break push to new high, uptrend played out. And we're breaking below EMA, and you have lower high confirmation trade. And this right here looks very similar to what happened right here. Okay, you can see you have downtrend overshoot, you have lower high below EMA, you have downtrend overshoot, lower high below EMA. I actually like this trade. Even though it's a little bit steep, it's a repeat pattern of what happened earlier. You have a downtrend, overshoot, push below EMA, confirmation we're about to test the new low. Felt second entry long, didn't get a trigger below this bar, so there's an inside bar now, so you kind of have to wait now. The lower high worked for a significant scalp, and market suddenly traded to the upside. Okay, we made measured move. Okay, we're very close to key level. If we're going to reach the measured move, since it's such a broad tool like a pullback, I would consider some short entry below EMA. I was looking for a lower high below EMA, but lower high is above. Okay, so this is not a strong enough signal just yet. Okay, so now I need reversal pattern. EMA still holding, first entry long still holding. I need to see reversal pattern, felt second entry long below EMA. I am inclined to be selling because I have two legs up, we're near the resistance, but I need the reversal pattern. Okay, bulls are still in the market. EMA is still holding. They're still in the market. Okay, we're still above EMA. And now it's pretty much way too congested, so I'm just being patient. Cannot really take trade in either direction. And now it's getting way too late. The market is about to close. So this is the overall structure for today. Quite a slow and choppy price action. There were a lot of areas on the chart where it was really slow. So a lot of patience needed today. Only a handful of decent trades, but there are days like this. So not a great start to the week, but it wasn't terrible as well. There are a few trades that can be considered, but if you missed one of those, you may be 0-0 for today, which is actually not as bad. It's always better to be break-even for the day, not take a trade, protecting your capital, than having a losing trade. So it's something to remember. You don't need to rush trades if you're not comfortable with the structure, because if you're break-even, at least you're not in a hole that you need to dig yourself out of, and it's much easier for you to come trading the next day. But I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.